Is it too close to my face?
No.
Hello? This is a story time. Amelia wanted to be the camera woman for me. Step back, step back, step back. Thank you. So we're going to use a whiteboard and me talking with Amelia. My number one girlie.
That's why he always says skirt.
Skirt. All right. Before we do this video, come back here, you. Amelia wanted to draw cupcakes and say, Talk.
I love you guys.
I love you, everybody.
Yeah.
With some arrows and cupcakes.
Yeah.
She wanted to see which cupcake is the best cupcake. So if you want to decide, top row, bottom row, middle row, up to you.
Yeah.
She just wanted to pop out, do some pictures before we get into this story time. Adorbs.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Alright. What I forgot to mention was myself and Amelia, I have shingles, adult chickenpox, and Amelia has chickenpox. So she wanted to be in a video with me so she can do what she damn wants. Hope you looked at these muffins and rated them, because this is a story time. And as you know with story time, if you haven't been following the channel before, all of this could be fabricated. You know, for legal reasons. All of this could be a load of absolute crap. Could be just my imagination running wild. Could be just made up stories. Could be real. Some parts of it could be changed. If you've watched any of the other story times, you know I give the little disclaimer at the start saying, it all could be lies, babies. Anyway, we shall start. TNT, you know what it is. Explosive. For mines, blowing up dirt and stuff like that. Anyways, where should I start? It was about 16 years ago, maybe a little bit longer even. It was a very long time ago. We went to the ploughing match, myself and a few of the boys, and we may or may not have been going to purchase fireworks. I don't know. Maybe we were. Maybe we were not. So we were to meet with a fella in the plough match, and he was at a certain stall, and he told us in his very northern accent, I'm not going to do the accent, I'm going to do the accent. I'll be at this stall there, boys, if you want to go down there. Anyways, long story short, we went to this stall, found a person, he brought us around through his little stall thing. It's a closed stall, that's all I'm willing to say. He brought us through his stall to two vans that were back to back. Right? And we were like, okay. And he hops in one of them and he drives it forward. So then the doors couldn't open the way they were. And he drives the van forward a bit. And then he goes around and he opens the door of the van he drove forward. And there was firework heaven. Every sort of firework you could think of was in the back of this thing. There was tiny little black cats. If you remember black cats, then it went to normal bangers because they couldn't make them normal ones. They couldn't make the black cats anymore, so they made different bangers. But anyway, air bombs, screamers, and then rockets. And when I say rockets, I mean the body of them was about this size. A bit unrealistically big. No, they were huge rockets. And they were like €5 a piece. The bangers were like, he sold like a shitload of them for like a couple of euros. Fireworks were really cheap back then. Really, really cheap. So look, we may or may not have been going to purchase them. And yeah, so we started selecting, okay, what we want, and we were looking through things and get some air bombs and get some screamers and everything for Halloween night, the run up to Halloween. Lived in a big housing estate, so fireworks exist. So anyways, this northern lad was stone cold cracked. That's the only way I can explain him. He was mad as a brush, didn't give a shit. He probably had a lot more going on than just selling fireworks. And I would say he's the type of person that if you asked him, he'd be like, yep, there you go, I can get this, I can't get that. But anyways, we were all looking at stuff and we were chatting away to him and we were having a jolly old time, and he was a nice fella and he liked that we just went, here's what we want, here's the cash, there you go, thank you. He liked that. There was no drama, no shite, no nothing. So we were getting along well with him, and this was the third year that not me but people had met up with him. I'm going to move you over a little bit. Anyways, so I just went moving the camera and moving sheets and stuff. I'm trying to block all my video ideas. I don't know why. But anyway, sorry if I'm all itchy as well. I've got chickenpox or shingles or whatever it is. Yeah, so we were getting on really well with him. Lovely fella, really nice guy. Shady as absolute hell, but if you're dodgy, you'll get along with dodgy. That's how I see it in life, and we got along just fine. So then he's like, oh yeah, you boys are looking for something, you know, a bit mad. And we were like, we are young teens who live in an estate. Of course we were looking for something mad. So he pulls out this huge rocket. Now, I mean, it was huge, right? And he's like, this thing is 20 euros. And we were like, okay, all right, we'll take it. We'll take one. I don't think he had that many. So we took the rocket. Well, one of the boys took the rocket. And we said, right, we can't wait to set this thing off. And then he goes, I've something a bit madder if you want. We went, okay, what's he going to do? Pull out an even bigger rocket. And he pulls out a stick. About that size. Right? About that round. Looked like this. This is my technical drawing skills coming back to me. My old tech teacher would be proud of me. And it had... Do you know what? The only thing I can explain that it looked like is... TNT, and it had blasting dynamite or blasting something wrote on it. I remember blasting being on it. This fucker pulls out a stick of TNT and goes, do you want that, boys? 20 quid. And we went, yes, obviously we want a stick of TNT. So we were all excited. Didn't think much of the TNT, I'm not going to lie to you. We were all excited about the other stuff that we had got. Smuggled that back down anyway into big gear bags. If you see someone hauling a gear bag around the place in a plough match, they're not bringing gear to go playing hurling. That's all I can say. There's something in it. But anyways, so we had secured a stick of TNT, and that was wild. And we didn't know how wild it was until later. So we got all our fireworks, we split them up, everyone split them up, and we stashed them away into our places because it was a few weeks until you'd start setting them off, but you had them. Or not even a few weeks, probably a month or so. But anyways, we'd secured this stick of TNT, and I'm rambling now. But we set off all our fireworks and everything was going great, and then we said, let's get the stick of TNT and put it in a wall that's attached to a house. We didn't know. Now, I'm going to just jump ahead here because I don't want to bait you. We didn't blow up anything with the TNT. That's just, let's get that out there straight away. Jesus Christ, that burned my mouth earlier on. Right. Cutscene to us taking, so in the kitchen of one of the houses that we were in, the kickboard comes out. We shoved all the fireworks in under there, right underneath everyone's noses. No one would have suspected them thing. Shoved them all in under there, put the kickboard back up. Anyway, we were taking it out and we must have disturbed something that someone noticed, but a lot of our fireworks were found by parents, not my parents, but parents, they found them. And the TNT was unfortunately in the middle of all that, and we were so scared because we asked them, we were like, what did you do with them? And they were like, we threw them out, everything's gone. And we were like, no, but you don't understand, this was a stick of TNT. Now what we had planned on doing it, we were 15, 16, hadn't an iota, didn't know what would happen really, had a bit of idea. There was a wall, cavity blocks, and someone had broke a hole in them. So like there was two sections of cavity blocks, someone had broke one, so you could put your hand in either side. We were going to put a stick of TNT in there, light it, maybe blow a little tiny hole in the other side of the wall. What would have actually happened was we would have took that wall completely out of it and possibly flattened two houses that were very, very close to that wall as well. We would have taken half each house, I reckon. Judging by the blast off dynamite, it would have either blown the wall and like peppered the houses, or it would have flattened the houses as well. And my thoughts are it would have possibly flattened the houses. So it was a godsend that this person's mother found the fireworks. Not the bulk of them, the bulk of them had been set off. But they found the stick of TNT that we were planning on using the next day. Not in any crazy sense that we were going to blow up the main building in the town. No, we were going to knock a wall out of it that was like not very important to anyone. But 15, 16, you don't know the damage that a stick of this will do. Bit older now, so I've seen, there's quarries around here, I've seen what happens when one of those goes off. Now it was old, it was a real old one with the lighter fuse, so I don't know how old or how good that would have been, but I can't imagine it being not powerful. So yeah, that pretty much is the story time of how we bought a stick of TNT from the ploughing match. Year, I don't know what year it was, but this dodgy northern man sold us whatever we wanted basically. We could have said anything, if you understand what I'm saying. And probably got away with it. Yeah, so I'm happy that me and the boys did not flatten a couple of houses by accident. Who knows what else would have happened. It would not have been good anyway, and we would have been in an awful amount of trouble. Yeah, but it got taken away by one of the boys' mums, and we were just trying to get through to that mother saying, please make sure you got rid of this because it's very, 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 very dangerous. And years later, she doesn't even remember what she done with it. She just says, I threw it out. I don't know what that means. Apparently it did get thrown out. I don't really believe it. I think that she just took it and put it somewhere else, and someone else did something with it. I don't know, maybe it's still out there. This was 16, 17 years ago, so it probably doesn't work anymore. But yeah, crazy northern guy at plough match supplied us with blasting dynamite. And I'm sure that if we wanted more, he obviously could have got us more, but how he had that, who knows. As I said, could have asked him for anything. Insert whatever you can think of here. It was like, the best way I can describe it is, it was like the Roadrunner. Ever seen Roadrunner with the stick of dynamite? That's what it reminded me of when I was that younger, when I was that age. I was like, hey, cool, Roadrunner, stick of dynamite, cool, let's stick this in a wall and maybe pop the other side of the wall out or something, but really it would have absolutely blown everything to pieces. Including probably some of us. Because we would have been like, hey, let's stand a couple of feet away, it'll be fine. And we would have just got blasted. Yeah, so that's the story time. Story time. There's a camping video coming up soon. There's video ideas here. If you can decipher them, you can see what's coming in the future. Yeah, but this is my story time list. I'm not exposing it. This is, I was sold blasting dynamite. Rub that off the list now. Yeah, so I shall see you in the next video.